is quite rare for a man to develop urinary tract infection. Until a point, I have been on and off seeing doctors, having antibiotics, and for 1 whole year. And the doctors even referred me to the radiology department to have my kidney checked and X-ray to see what is happening. So can you imagine, have you ever suffered some illnesses or condition for that has been troubling your everyday life? So to me, it is very unsettling. And then when I have those kind of health issues, although some people might see it is trivial, but to me it affected my work performance, it affected my quality of life. So that time, my only hope was that I'm able to be cured of all these things. And of course, the acne problem has affected my self-esteem as well. So besides that, I have not much time with my family members. And to one point, my kids actually, they prefer to play with the picture is actually my brother-in-law. Why is it so? Because a lot of the time when I'm at home, actually I have tons of paperwork to finish. And then and my kids actually they realize I don't have much time with them, although I'm physically at home. So they would prefer to find my brother-in-law. I'm very thankful my brother-in-law, but I sense that there is something missing. The relationship between me and my kids, my wife, my parents, and I don't really have time for myself. So I really don't have a peace of mind. Even when I'm having holiday, my mind is always at work. So at that time, I was wondering, is there anything else that besides work, besides earning the money, I don't really have a life. So at that moment, coincidentally, my wife was finding a solution because after delivered 2 babies, she actually felt very lethargic, tired all the time. She was having constipation. So she chanced upon this new skin product. It's called TR90. Now it is called TRMe. And believe it or not, just in 3 months time, she successfully transformed. Can you see the picture? Although she is not very fat, but the transformation really helped to overhaul her body. She became so much younger, more energetic, and look and feel younger. And 5 years down the road, 2024, and now she still maintained very well after the overhaul program. So that really opened my eyes. So I decided to take the product myself and overhaul my body, and my skin condition improved dramatically. And although I'm not that kind of, I'm not very, very fat, but it really boosts up my self-confidence to have a better body shape. And actually, for me, I believe a lot of Asians guys is the same. When we are having a big belly, that means there is an increased chance of having cancer and tree highs. You can search the internet and you'll see what is called the big belly or the metabolic syndrome. It is very common nowadays, especially among Asians. We looks thin, but the belly is big. So it is something that we need to take note of. And of course, my body age, that means my cellular age, my internal organ age is 27 years old. This was taking last year when I was 40. So actually, the program actually overhaul and improve our body inside out. And of course, financially, it has dramatically improved my financial health. Okay, so I managed from the income from New Skin, I managed to quit my 14 years pharmacist job. And along with my wife, we have won several trips to Moscow and also to Melbourne. And due to the war in Ukraine at that time, we wasn't able to travel to Moscow. So the company is very generous. They compensate us with 21,000 RM in cash. So that was really a big ang pao for us. And of course, we managed to fly to Melbourne and enjoy the scenery. It was such a amazing trip. In my life, I have never ever been to a trip where I don't have to worry anything at all because New Skin take care of everything. The 5 days trip, everything was paid off. The food was very good. We even managed to see penguins and koala every year. And the most important of all, I've never imagined that I'm able to have income from 5 countries. I've never been to Japan. I've never been to Europe. Okay, Hungary is in Europe. So, but now with a New Skin platform, I'm able to have income from 5 countries. So sometimes, some might be wondering, okay, or worrying about the economy in Malaysia or the political climate in Malaysia, unstable and stuff, the buying power, the currency exchange. But worry not, if you are in New Skin, actually, we can diversify our income. We all know that some of the countries, for example, Singapore, their buying power is very strong, and Europe and Japan, okay? And of course, a booming economy in Indonesia. The population is far, far more than Malaysia. So we can tap into a lot of more than 50 countries around the world because New Skin is operated there. So you can be one of the business owner there. And of course, the most enjoying part is that I'm able to help many others improve their health and also quality of life. I'm able to help them to generate another source of income. Okay, so in here, I felt that I can do a lot more and become and change other people's life for the better. And of course, I'm able to finally bring my parents and kids to an overseas trip, and they enjoyed it very much. And we are able to buy some of the things for our kids. For example, a piano. I think everyone knows that piano is about 5 figures, and the piano classes are not cheap. So we are able to send them to a lot of classes. And also, the best part is I'm able to have quality time with my kids. Before this, they actually they love to play handphones. They love to watch YouTube. They don't like to read books at all. And after I have more time freedom here, I'm able to spend quality times with them. I can guide them to study. Okay, and nowadays they actually bring books to the restaurant while we are waiting for food. So this is never happened before, and now I'm able to cultivate that kind of good habit within them, and of course their studies also improve. So I felt very blessed here. So are you ready for India? Before this, I'm not very excited, but after knowing the facts, I'm truly excited now because I know that India, since 2022, the population has already surpassed China and became the world's largest population. And my father always told me before, when 20 years ago or 30 years ago, when China was just open, imagine if we are able to sell one toothpaste to every people in China. Just one toothpaste, don't have to be something expensive. Okay, in one day, we will have 1.4 billion worth of income because China is about 1.2 at that time. So now India is 1.4 billion. Imagine the possibilities. And also, 65% of the population is under 35 years old. That means the population is young and vibrant, and they have the energy, and the median age is 28. We all know that about 30 years old, we are more health conscious. we are more aware of health and we want to do something to improve our health. So India is best positioned for our company because we are in wellness and beauty. And according to statistics in 2023, Herbalife has more than 700 million sales. And believe it or not, the direct selling segment, 74% consists of wellness and 17% is in beauty. So actually, if you are here, actually you have found a perfect platform because Nu Skin is in wellness and beauty, and we are the leader in both sectors. So there is no other companies around the world that is so strong in both. Okay, so we are well positioned to enter the market. And talking about Herbalife, do you know what is their strong product? Okay, so they are in weight management. And Nu Skin is actually the leader in weight management. We are 7 years #1 in Malaysia in terms of sales, and Singapore 6 years, and not South Korea for 2 years. This is according to Euromonitor International, the third-party survey company. Okay, so if we are the leader in weight management, what can we do in India? Looking at the statistic, and Herbalife as a leader in weight management, when we enter, a lot of possibilities can happen, and you know what it is. And some people might be saying, okay, so the products in Nu Skin is a bit premium, but when we compare the cost of medical bills, this is the statistic in Malaysia. So as you can see, every 5 years, 2005, 2010, and so forth, the price of the medical cost is increasing tremendously, okay, from 10 to even 50 or 60%. So imagine the cost saving. Instead of having to fork up for the medical bills, might as well use the health solution provided by Nu Skin and overhaul the body and make a prevention. We all know that prevention is better than cure. And of course, Nu Skin is just not about weight management alone. We are into beauty. We have product range for the mental health. Everyone is stressed, having difficulty sleeping nowadays. Okay, memory loss, Alzheimer, and all those things. Okay, nutrition. We are very strong in nutrition, and of course, weight loss as well. And the leading cause of death of Malaysia, if according to WHO, this is extracted for the data in 2021, female or male. Okay, I can assure everyone, besides the road injury, okay, we have the solution for all these things. Okay, all the causes of death. Nu Skin has a wide range of products that can be a solution for all this. And of course, for India also as well. So don't wait, okay? India and also a lot of countries around the world, they need our help. So are you ready for India? For me and my wife, we have been taking massive actions. For example, we have been talking to doctors, and even when I'm in Grab, I have been talking to the Grab drivers. We'll never know who will have the connection that can help us expand the business, okay? And also, let's say you have non-Indians counterpart, it is okay as well. We have been talking to Lillian. So Lillian will be traveling to India. She has some connections in India. So do invite and enroll and your friends to look and explore into the business in Nu Skin and wait no more. So I would like to close by quoting the quotes by Jack Ma. Many people lost in life because first, they cannot see the new things. Okay, maybe some people, they can't see the possibility and the potential of India. Secondly, they look down on them. Third, they cannot understand them. And fourth, they are too late. So don't be the one that is too late. So take action and you'll never regret it. So thank you.
So well, how about you? Explore that. Now, without further delay, let me invite our top 1% leader from New Skin. We have very privileged to have him in our team as our leaders. Circle of Excellence 1, which he has earned more than $1 million through network marketing. He also
everybody. Listening to Janice and listening to Anthony, I think tonight I don't think we can sleep, right? Please give all of them 10 eights. 10 eights, not 888 or 6878, 10 eights, because they really put in a 10 over 10 performance today. Do you agree? Right? A 10 eights, yeah. Thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you, Anthony, for your sharing. Really, they both bring about different perspectives to the opportunity today. And you guys are very, very lucky to get these two perspectives. I just want to spend some time to talk about them for a second, because Janice comes from accounting, okay? Somebody who, counts and looks at balance sheets and looks at different companies and different industries. Definitely very related to what we are talking about today, a business opportunity. Okay, Anthony is a pharmacist, okay, for many, many years, and talking about products, the science, the innovation. Then he's probably even closer to today's business than I am, isn't it? Okay, so looking at their occupations and their backgrounds. Now it's my turn. And the thing that, I want to share with you is I'm an engineer. I'm the furthest away from this business. Yeah. When you talk about a business, when you talk about a, anti-aging products or supplements, as a mechanical engineer, I'm probably the furthest away from both of them. But nonetheless, given that you've heard of them and what they say, I hope that it gives you a different perspective and also a deeper understanding of what this business is all about, okay? And even a person like me as a mechanical engineer, can also participate in this business as well. So again, welcome everyone today to this sharing. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic week ahead. Let's move on. So, again, like I said, my background and my wife, we're both engineers. She's a chemical engineer. I'm a mechanical engineer. And if nothing changes, I can probably guarantee that the little girl in between Casey and I is also going to be an engineer too. Okay, that's what happens, isn't it? And like I said, the products that Casey and I were developing and working for this multinational company was these walkie-talkies and batteries and cell phones and things like that. So again, not somebody who talks about skincare, but nonetheless, there's always an intention and a motivation to do certain things. And of course, when you realize that spending time with people that you love, for example, how what Anthony said, and how Janice looks at her time, it becomes very, very important. Instead of just chasing after increment or salary or promotion, we sometimes realize that the people that are most important to us, our family members, are the ones that we ultimately sacrifice. Yeah, and of course that touches us even more, especially when the people are our parents. I'm sure a lot of people here today feel that as much as we do, that aging, we're not immune to aging, and our parents age much faster sometimes, and that's the way it is. And I'm looking at a platform so that we can spend more time with them, instead of working, and then ultimately, when we retire, only then can we do that. But sometimes, even when we retire, they may not be there for us to spend time with them anymore. So we want to find the fastest platform to be able to generate sufficient income so that you can spend as much time as you can with the people that you love the most in your life. True? And I think if you feel the same way as I do, then this could be the home that you've always been looking for. Okay, and hope that you see that. Now, similar to Janice in her transformation, and also Anthony's transformation, and all the people that they've supported and transformed, I too went through the program as well, which is one of our signature products. which is our TRME program. And although I'm not overweight and working out a lot, I still had problems trying to remove fat, from my body as well as visceral fat. However, using this program, I was able to, within 1 month, melt out 4 kilograms of fat. How much is 4 kilograms? That's a lot of fat, okay? And was in total 10 years younger than my actual age, okay? There's a little video to show you. We have just some of the most advanced solutions out there in the world. There is none out there that does a better job in removing fat from the body and building muscle at the same time. This is an enormous opportunity out there. So that just tells you that, the products work. We've gone through the program ourselves, and most importantly, to lead by example in this business. One thing that Anthony said really excited me, or when we did our research, was that the GDP of India, as you can see, is consistently around 6-7% growth every year. And you can look at most developing countries and look at their GDP growth. And by that, that people in India, 1.4 billion people, yes, there'll be all different demographics, but in general, that people's income will increase, people's quality of life will increase, people's appreciation for better quality products will increase, the demand for health will increase, demand for anti-aging will increase. So that just tells you how big that market potential is. Okay, if this doesn't excite you, maybe money will. Okay, so the next slide I want to talk about, show me the money. I think what's important is today is a business, today is a opportunity, and we're going to look at how this business can actually create income. And again, just like most things that you have, if you like something, you share it. If you like how this restaurant serves the best hao-ki-tiao, you share it with your friends, right? And similarly, in things that you do, we have a way where if the things that you use in Nu Skin, our products, our weight loss products, our anti-aging products, our metabolism boosting supplements, skincare products, any one of them, as you share them online with social media, you'll be able to earn a bonus from the things that you share. Very simple, very easy, and you can share them on social media. Yeah. And if you move this forward and then you help this and you share with even more people on a global scale, not just regional, on a global scale, or with even more people, then your business scales up. So there's a scalability to this business simply by sharing things that you love and sharing things that you use every day. And if you build that, and these customers become loyal customers and they purchase every month, and then you have a certain volume, then you qualify to have a quote unquote franchise. And as a franchise, you can earn between maybe 1,000 to 5,000. Really depends on how big your consumer base is and how much your revenue is generated in that franchise. So this is a franchising model that we share. And I'm saying this in a very very top view perspective so that you probably can understand this even more. Now, as you want to know more details about this, talk to the friend who sent you this link or invite you to this video so that you can understand a bit more details into this. Now, I'm going to go into the most exciting part, because once you know how to build a franchise, you become a leader, you become a teacher, you become a mentor and a guide to teach other people to do exactly the same thing on a global basis. And you can build this virtually on social media, and you're teaching people to build franchises. Now, as you teach them to build franchises, Nu Skin will pay you 5%, 6 generations on all those franchises in your organization. This is one of the reasons why I was attracted back almost 2 decades ago, and why so many leaders are very excited about this plan. So again, this business is very similar to a typical franchising system that you've seen out there, like Starbucks or McDonald's. We use social media, which is a free way to market and share and expose your solutions or your products, things that you love with people. There's a system in place, but it doesn't have the headaches of risks or inventory or capital or employees or overhead. Okay, So that's a really ideal opportunity for a lot of people. Even for me, when I first started this building the business, because of this, I was able to do this part-time. All right. Now, to show you how big or why this 5% signal is such an attractive proposition, let's take a look at a very simple example, right? 5 to the power of 6. So you can see 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, and you can see how big this organization ultimately goes. Now, again, this is hypothetical. This is just an example to make it easy to calculate. But as you can see, if you add up all that, that's about 20,000 franchises in your organization. Now, there are some companies who pay, differently. For example, a company pays 411, quarter 0. The B company pays 654321, and certain companies pay only 3 levels. Yeah, and however, Nu Skin, like I said, is 5%, 6 generations. So if you know math, and you can see how big 6th level is, and you can realize that at 6th level, Nu Skin continues to pay 5%. Okay, so is this big or big? This is huge, and I like this very much because no matter what level it is, everybody gets the same amount, which is 5%, 6 generations. And this plan has never changed in the last 41 years of Nu Skin, and it has generated so many $1 million circle members, people who've earned more than $1 million in this business. Now let's take a look, in a bit more detail as to how much that looks like. Okay. Now the same thing applies, and then we have 5%, 6 levels, and we were to look at 20,000 franchises, and if each franchise does only $3,000 in revenue, and Nu Skin pays 5%, that's $3 million a month. Again, this is just an example to show you, right? But if you were to look at only 3 levels, not just 6 levels, just 3 levels only, and you add up those franchises, that's 155 franchises. So that's equal to 23,000 US a month, equivalent to almost about 100,000 ringgit a month. So it shows you how the power of 5%, 6 levels works. So I was very, very excited about this plan 20 years ago. It is a long-term plan, it's a compounding plan, it's leveraged income, and again, a plan that allows you to, pass this on to your next generation as you build this business. Okay. So again, more details, talk to your friend. I'm sure they'll furnish more with you. So at the end of the day, there are 3 bonuses for any of you to kind of choose. You can start with a sharing bonus, and you can have 3 to 4 figures, and this is in Malaysian currency, or you can start a franchise and you can have this business income, or you can look at this as a 5 to 6 figure income and to have even more as well. Again, yeah. So again, choose which one would you like. Let me ask you guys, which one would you like? A, B, C, B, A. Which one would you like? You can type down in the chat message there. Okay. Let's move. Now, this is a numbers. However, there are, proof. This is a average payout back in 2023. This is audited numbers, this is public knowledge, and these are leaders with different pin titles based on organizations they have. And this is the average payout between, so the blue diamond is a person with 6 frontline teams. And that's around 36,000 US. Not the best, not the worst, but on average, okay, is the income. All right. So this is a particular leader in China, and I just want to show you. He joined in 2003, and in 2007 he made his first $1 million in Nu Skin. A few years later, he made an additional 4 million. 1 year later, he made another 5 million. A year later, he made another 10 million. This is crazy, phenomenal growth, but to show you that this is possible. This is possible, yeah. And it doesn't mean that it applies to everybody, but in this particular case, this 5%, 6 levels already shows you what potential it may show. This guy is another leader from Japan. He is starting in probably the very same situation that a lot of us are today, because he saw that Japan would open in 1993. And before Japan opened, he spent a lot of time talking to people everywhere that Japan would open. And when Japan did open in 1993, April, his commission was $1 million US. And if you look, every month after that, his commission doubled every month. Okay. Now, the same situation is happening now because you know that India is going to open. So what are you going to do now to take advantage of of India market going to open in the next between probably 10 to 18 months, but between 10 to 12 months from now. Yeah. A lot of leaders globally are already participating. A lot of leaders are creating franchises, and these are called India Founding Circle leaders all over the world, here, Malaysia, US, everywhere, yeah, preparing for this big India market launch. We've also noticed a significant increase in many Indian brothers and sisters joining us and visiting our centers and coming to understand the business in our talks and in our showcases right now. So the whole world is moving towards that direction. The question is, do you want to join us in this direction as well? You know, and I myself have talked to a lot of Indian, you know, teammates, sharing them the opportunity, you know, sharing with them what strategies we have, and a lot of very excited to join and participate and grow. I just had one a few days ago where I was talking to a lot of Indians specifically about this market potential. And just to show you, this is what Vietnam looked like on the first day of when Vietnam was open. This picture, I took this picture, and this is only half the hall, half the hall is what you're seeing here. So there's another side on the other side as well. Now, of course, if, you know, as you're building this business, as you are talking to potential people who appreciate 5% 6 levels or the product or the opportunity, you too can win free trips, just like how Janice and Anthony did as well. The next trip will be in Shanghai next year. So you guys have more than enough time to qualify for this. I just want to show you this slide. In 10 years of Nu Skin launching in Southeast Asia, Nu Skin created 100 millionaires in Southeast Asia. I was very privileged to be one of them, together with many leaders on the call today. But I just want to let you know that India is 3 times bigger than Southeast Asia. Okay, so do you see that potential for yourself and for the people in India as well to also achieve this significant milestone in their life? Yeah, and one of the ways to do this is you becoming and joining and participating in the India Founders Program. This is a percentage of India market first year revenue will be paid according to personal India team performance. So if you are one of those India founding leaders, you too will be able to share a percentage of India's first year market revenue. Okay, is that exciting? Okay, if that's exciting, give me 8888 because you know, this is purely for you to be able to earn this extra bonus on top of 5% 6 levels income. You know, you've seen what Janice has shared. You've seen what Anthony has shared. Again, let me remind you, Nu Skin is the world's #1 company for beauty and wellness device systems. #1. So what we're bringing into India, what we're bringing into the world in Malaysia, Singapore, everywhere is a #1 brand globally. Okay, globally. Yeah. Is it going to be easy? Well, like most businesses, no, of course not. But it's definitely much easier than working your whole life and wondering where all the time went, right? And then sacrificing your health and the time that you want to be spending with the people that you love. I think that makes it all worth it. Makes it all worth it many times our lives. Yeah. So I've been very privileged to be able to, you know, make these choices and travel in New Zealand for 1 month with my family. Yeah, it's an extraordinary experience to do that. Also 1 month in Switzerland and Italy as well. You know, self-driving ourselves. You know, discovering new places with the kids, and then also in Australia when my daughter graduated. And you know, went in Central Australia. That one was an adventure. Maybe one day I'll tell you about that as well. And this is in Finland, Norway, and then we ended up in Czech Republic. This is a Nu Skin trip, and also in Abu Dhabi. And again, I'm not here just to show off all these trips, but these are the choices one can make. when you build this business or you participate in this. We attended the New Skin's 40th anniversary. The one in the center is Ryan, our CEO, and one on the right there is Steve Land, one of our founders. Really privileged to meet with these leaders. And then September of last year, we had another one in Korea, and which was an awesome experience. And our team went there as well.
I don't need no light to see
I mean, I want to share that because this business is something that I would want to pass down, not just pass down, but also want kids to also experience as well. And to build this business up, just like everybody else to build this business. And she's coming into the business, understanding it and building it as well. So I leave you off with one slide, very similar to what Anthony did. And that last slide will be this, because a lot of times we work and we don't realize, the time that we have, the time we've used and the time we have left. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And I don't think anybody wants to end up that way. So I wish that today, you've seen the